Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you're not. And welcome home if that sits perfectly for you. Today I want to do a reading about urgent messages, right? I've got this ready to go. And we're going to do it a little bit differently today than we usually do. I just do what I'm told. So today we're going to grab some oracle cards and we're going to allow that to be your guidance. I do have different decks, but this feels like the right way to do this today, so that's what we're going to do. I hope everyone is well. Okay. Dragon for number 1. Exciting. Are you feeling like a dragon today? You might be. Oof. Number 2. Gazelle. Okay, sure. Some days. Ooh, a rabbit for number 3. And finally, last but never least, right? Hold up. We'll get there. Okay. The frog. Okay. Fascinating. So here's the deal. You just let the pile speak to you, right? We're not going to force or push anything. Whichever one of these speaks to you today. You can listen to one or you can listen to all of these messages. Again, this is urgent messages from the universe. If you have your sense, you can hit the timestamp below, get directly to your pile. If not, as always, we're going to grab some oracle cards and create those piles. We'll have an opportunity again to choose. And other than that, I will see you in your piles or in the shuffle, either way. Okay guys, let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards for these amazing choices you have today. So today we're talking about urgent messages. Don't ask me why. It just came in that way, so that's what we're doing. Your urgent message right now. So you have 4 piles to choose from so far. Dragons, gazelles, rabbits, and frogs. I love it. Please remember, these are general readings, and they will not apply to everyone. They can't, right? That's just not how energy works. And so whatever your messages are here, please make sure that you grab them. Oh, you got 2 here. Okay, we'll take it. See how that works, guys. Dragons are big enough to have two, right? Perhaps. All right. At any rate, these messages will not apply to everybody. So don't push it. Don't force it. Just take what resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate for you, please leave it here. Don't try and shove it into your story. You end up splintering something else when you do that, right? So just be okay with it. Be okay with it. There are plenty of other piles here today. There are plenty of other pick a card readings on this channel or any other channel. The key here is always use your intuition as the guide for everything, right? Not just this. This is not just about tarot readings on YouTube. Use your intuition as you choose everything, right? What is it? G.K. Chesterton has a great quote that says, woman uses her intelligence to verify her intuition, something like that. I think that's the key here. So if you can just utilize your intuition and let it be part of the story, because you're the one driving, right? You're the one driving the bus. I'm just shuffling cards and saying what I'm supposed to say. So whether or not you feel like a dragon or a gazelle or a rabbit or a frog today, either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, guys. We did not grab any extra messages today, but that's okay. That's all right. We don't always. So allow your intuition here to be your guide. Choose or don't choose and listen to the whole thing. You absolutely can do that. At any rate, I will see you in your pile. Hello, my dragons, my pile ones. I love your dragon. Yeah. So this is an ether card in this deck. It's the element that it refers to. And so the thing about the dragon, right, is that the dragon is the visionary. The dragon is transformation, right? The dragon is that, let's call it the otherworldly self, right? This is how we witness ourselves in our truest form, right? That dragon has the power of the air and also the power of wider vision, right? Dragons fly, and so as they take flight, they can see more and farther. They're also fierce but protective, right? There's a lot of elements to this dragon that really speak to what it is you need right now. And since we're talking about urgent messages, if you feel like you need protection, this is an offering of that protection. You have Neptune, beautiful, and the sun. Okay, how phenomenal, right? So this is reality and otherworldly reality, right? Essence and personality, dreams and spirits. So this is the conscious and the unconscious, the conscious and the subconscious, both of which are really united in this dragon energy. Boy, I love that. Okay, here we're going to do it that way. You also have Blossom. Wonderful. This correlates to the Judgment card in this deck. So this is how we move forward based on our awareness of the present, right? So it embodies that visionary kind of sense of event horizon, right? Between what is and what could be. So the message you have is jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never align all in just the right way. Sometimes you just have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. So listen, you have wings, right? You've been given wings in this moment of jump in this moment of transformation between what is and what could be. Blossom, right? Blossom. So your message seems to be very much an indicator that you have something that you're poised to do. Perhaps that you've been unwilling to take the chance on, or not ready to take the chance on, or, maybe even just feeling some kind of way, like this isn't right, this isn't time, I can't do this. It seems as though you're being guided to decide that you can, right? To decide that you can. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, beautiful. The Seven of Cups. So again, this is about options, right? The Seven of Cups is all about options, your fantasies, your visions, your dreams. And the Knight of Cups has the power to take you there, right? If I could give the dragon an energy, I think it would be a cross between the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, right? Because dragons are about moving according to the heart, right? So Five of Cups, yeah. So whatever it is, whatever it's, okay. All right. So what is keeping you back is, oh, look at that. Okay. So my dragons, listen, because dragons are so about heart, right? So what you have is a wound, something that's hurt you in your past. Oh, yeah. And what's happened is that it's made you kind of gun shy. In terms of, wow, listen, y'all, you got such an invitation right now. Such an invitation. Okay. So whatever's happened in the past, it's made you very, very gun shy. And you're afraid to move forward, even though you have all these amazing options, even though you know in your heart, you're like, oh, that could be wonderful. Oh my gosh, that could be great. Wow, this could be magical, right? Every indicator is that, in fact, it will be magical. You're just afraid. You're just afraid. Look. There he is, the Knight of Wands, right? This is your dragon. Completely. Look, you know, and think about this too. This gives you that fire element, right, of the dragon, right? It's burning away all that isn't necessary, turning into something that can grow, right? And we've got the Knight of Wands here, this fire energy that's creating for you. You know what? Okay, we're going to do that. So listen up, pile number 1. You dragons, you amazing dragons. Yeah. Not only do you have things in your potential that are calling you forward. I almost said your future, by the way. I feel like I wanted to say that. It's not in your future. Your future is not calling you. What's calling you right now is your potential, right? Your potential is calling you. The way that you can execute and actuate what is presented to and for you. The thing that's holding you back is this sense of looking back, right? This is regret. This is fear. This is, you know, the 5 of Cups is all about, I have these 3 spilled cups in front of me, and yet I have these 2 full cups behind me. How can I ignore them? But I'm so focused on the loss, on the sadness, on the whatever, right? On what I believe I've lost, that I'm ignoring what I have right here. Not even waiting for me. This isn't in the future. Again, this isn't in the future. This is right here. You have whatever it is standing ready, right? You have your choice, in fact, of how that's going to manifest. It's all healed for you, right? Literally, you have so many cups here. Look at you have the Knight of Cups, the 7, the 10, the King of Cups everywhere. You have the 4 of Wands, right? This is the 1111 card. This is the Bliss card. So you have that, and you have the way to call it into your present, right? This 2 of Wands gives you the choice. It's time for you to make the choice, right? To create this in the now. This Knight of Cups, this Knight of Wands, that is that dragon energy, right? Fire that creates something in your heart. Whatever it is, allow your impulse toward healing, toward this beautiful sense of bliss and happiness to pull you forward, right? Don't lose yourself, because here's the thing. You can lose yourself in that downward spiral just as easily as you can lose yourself in the upward spiral. You're being urged to take the past for the past. Bring it into the present, right? Bring it into the present. That's what this sun glyph is all about. Here you are. Bing, right there. And jump in. Take a chance, right? Give it a try. Because you have all the power of motion, you have the power of this sense of emotional stability, right? And you can create it. You can create it for yourself. And I say this tongue-in-cheek, right? All you have to do is release the idea that what you're calling in is going to be more of what was, right? That's not the case. That's not the case at all. In fact, because you're working with this etheric energy, it can be anything. It can be anything. You simply need to believe that it can be, right? What are you focused on right now? Are you looking down? Are you looking back? Are you looking behind you? Are you so focused on these 3 spilled cups that you can't see everything that is glory right in front of you, right? Your bliss, your blessings, your stability, your security, all of the joy, the happiness, the shared happiness, right? This is not just a you thing, right? The 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, these are shared joy cards, right? But you have to make the choice. So your urgent message, my dragons, is literally to light the past on fire. Burn it. Stop looking at it. Moving forward, right? You have every opportunity. Where you go with that is up to you. What I'd like to do is grab one clarifier. I want the clarifier on the 2 of Wands. Thank you. 3 of Cups. Well, it's a celebration. It's a shared thing, right? So you get another cup, right? Another cup. So the 3 of Cups is about shared happiness. So whatever's calling you forward, it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you, right? Yeah. It's time for you to get there. Jump in, my dragons. Yeah. Hit like, hit subscribe. Come back and see me. If this is where we part, thanks for being here. And if not, I'll see you in the next pile. Hello, my gazelles, my pile number 2s. All right, let's see what's going on for you guys. All right, so let's talk about your gazelle first and foremost. I always find this to be one of the most interesting cards in this oracle deck because this is a fire card, right? And so this is the gazelle, right? This beautiful, graceful, grazing animal, but it gets the fire, right? Why? Because it's so explosive, because it's so aware of its surroundings that it can leap into action at the drop of a hat, right? At the appearance of danger, off it goes. So I love that this starts off with fire for you. So let's keep in mind that the gazelle is all about protection. The gazelle is all about knowing what's happening around you, being in the moment, right? Being present. And so because this is fire, right? We're in that state of flight, right? Fight or flight, fight or flight. And so this message for you, because we're talking about urgent messages here, this is, well, let's keep going and let's see what's up. But I think I already have a good idea of what's up for you, my pile number 2s. Okay, so you get 6th house, work and routine. Okay, so first of all, I want to ask you, what you got going on here, pile number 2? I think that you are in a state of overwork, overwhelm. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh yeah, okay, so you get control. So this, in this deck, this corresponds to strength, right? The message, though, of this card in this deck talks about not being controlling, of self-control, as opposed to controlling your environment, right? Controlling yourself, which goes beautifully with the rest of, oh, look at that. Okay. See, that's it, you just can't make it up. It's so funny. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. All right. So we're going to let the tarot speak as well, because that's really what we're here to do. But these oracle cards definitely shape your experience, right? The fact that we have similar color patternings, and I mean, these cards are so similar here, that I definitely want to say right on with this message. So what's happening is that you are in a state of fight or flight. You have created an environment, or you have been thrust into an environment that feels hostile, that feels borderline dangerous, right? And if it feels dangerous, please find safety first and foremost. But that it's time to protect yourself. It's time to change something. Thank you, Hanged Man. Yep, new perspectives. And so the shift, of course, is always within, right? Unless you're in an unsafe environment where you're absolutely in danger. And in that case, then it's time to get out, enlisting help if necessary. But for the most part, for our purposes here today, for those of you who are not in that extreme actual danger situation, this is something in your environment that's created, right? So whatever it is, you're being urged, because this is urgent messages, you're being urged to shift or change something. That something is within you, right? This is a choice about the way that you move through or respond to this stressing or stressor environment. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Hanged Man. You've got the Six of Cups, right? Beautiful. You have the Nine of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. Interesting. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. You have a lot of pentacles here. Lovely. And the Ten of Cups. Okay, so I like that. I like that what you're being assured of is that you have all of these resources, right? Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. This says it's going to be okay. So whatever it is that you're going through at this point in time, you have your sense of how to get back to what you need. The Six of Cups absolutely says, okay, well, there's this sense of unconditionality. You understand what it's supposed to feel like. It just doesn't right now. You also have the Six of Pentacles, which is this sense of reciprocity, right? So you know that within the flow, there is your groundedness, and you know how to get there. But right now, it doesn't feel so good, right? I think that you have donated, and we're going to say consensually donated your energy, to too many projects, to too many things. You've just said yes to too many things right now, and it's got you a little bit overwrought. Here's the deal. The Nine of Wands says to me that you are just about at your breaking point, but you have the power to save it right now. You can kind of pull it out of the fire by shifting your consciousness, by reeling yourself back and protecting yourself at this point. And you know how to do it. It might feel like a lot, but guess what? It's going to be okay. You're going to be able to manage this and navigate this. Like, this is your early warning here. And the way that you're going to do that is to shift your routine, shift your energy, shift your willingness, shift what you're giving, right, to this situation or these situations. So this is about you saying, nope, I see that this is dangerous. And in fact, I'm going to shift this because I have the power to do it, right? You do know how to do it and what to do. So I don't feel like, for the most part, for the majority of you who will ever listen to this, I do not feel like this is a dangerous situation. I feel like it's an annoying situation. So in that vein, you do have the power to shift your entire energy and situation back to that place where it feels okay, right? and continue on your journey in a different way, to learn something about what it is that you want in terms of how you're moving through life, right? Where you want to put yourself, where you feel like you might want to like dock in at your situation. I want a, oh, look at that. Okay, well, there we go. So the key here for you, my pile number 2s, woo, my gazelles, is this is about you. This is you shifting your energy, and then everything will change, right? This is about you shoring up your aura, shoring up your energetic responses, shoring up the way that you interact in a situation, the way that you are willing to put yourself at risk, right? We don't want to put ourselves at risk. Taking a risk is one thing. Putting yourself at risk, a whole nother ballgame. So the reshaping your experience right now is what's going to allow you to pull that back, to sidestep the cataclysm. So that is your urgent message, pile number 2. You gazelle, you. Take your fiery energy and put it toward the right thing, right? Guarding and protecting your energy. Make sure that it's what you want. Not saying yes to too many things allows you to say yes to the important things. And that's really a lesson that needs to be learned the hard way. So if that's the lesson that you're learning, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that you have learned it well and that you will refrain from doing that to yourself in the future. So pile number 2, thanks for being here. I hope that you're able to take the appropriate action steps here and avert the crisis that is on the horizon, right? Take care. If this is where we part, thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe so you can come back and hang out with me. And if you're moving on, let's do that together. Hello, my pile number 3s, my rabbits. All right, let's see what you got going on here. So rabbit, right? This is earth energy. And so rabbits are about listening. Right? They're about hearing danger. We've got a theme going on today. It's fascinating that these are urgent messages. I feel like there might be something for you in pile number 2. We're just going to throw that out there right now. So anyway, let's talk about your little rabbit card here. So rabbits are close to the ground, right? Rabbits are about listening and about being in that state of awareness. But there's also a healthy dose of fear for rabbits. And so you might be in a place of fear right now, or let's call it a place of apprehension, right? You might be aware of the many options that are presented for any solution in any kind of problematic or challenging issue that you're facing, right? So that rabbit is close to the ground and really understands what's up with that. Of course. So you have Saturn, limitations and lessons, right? So again, we're talking about this rabbit, right? The rabbit understands, oh, if I go out here in the middle of this field, then I have no cover. And that could be bad, right? So when we're talking about the limitations and lessons that are available to you in life, what we're also talking about is how well have you done your due diligence, right? What have you learned? Are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you aware of what you've done in the past and how that's creating for you in the present? Wow, pile number 3s. What y'all got going on? Challenging times. So in this deck, this correlates to the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands is about posturing. It's really about being your own limitation, putting your own limitations in front of you and creating what feels like an I can't. Quite often that rabbit will not run across the big field because they are in fear or in the belief that they can't. Grounding, right? So you're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth, of course. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling this brings, right? So, yeah, so these energies for you are really about coming back down to earth and what that feels like, right? Because let's face it, that rabbit needs to be safe in their body. And so sometimes the ideas that we come across create more challenge than the actual situation or circumstance itself, right? The idea of a thing is often much more challenging than the thing itself could ever hope to be, right? And so there's a lot of, King of Wands. So there's a lot of King of Swords. So there's a lot of created ideas in your experience. Oh, look at that. You got the Five of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Okay. So there's a lot of created ideas in your experience that perhaps are, I want to call them unhealthy ideas or unhealed ideas. And quite often what happens is that we hold on to those things like they're gospel, not remembering that we get the power to shift or change them. I'm going to put both of those there just because they fell out at the same time. Yeah, I highly recommend that you go back and listen to pile number 2 as well. There's just so many similarities there, so many repetitions. Okay, so let's talk about this pile number 3. So whatever it is that's got you afraid, it's absolutely creating a situation where you're putting up your blockage, right? Five of Wands, double here, is really about the way that you're grounded in your limitation. Like, nope, I can't do that, and that's what I believe. And because I believe it, it's the truth. Well, you know what? You're absolutely correct. However, what you're being reminded of is that that's an idea, right? It's a belief. It's not grounded in reality. It's grounded in your belief in reality, and that's a very different thing, right? So the way that puts you in motion is real, right? It creates a real barrier, but it's still an illusion. Does that make sense, right? If you believe a thing, then it is your limitation. But that doesn't mean it's really your limitation. It means you believe it, so it's true. The Seven of Swords absolutely reiterates that, because this is a card of betrayal, deceit, right? Illusion, strategy, that is not real. Again, these are ideas, these are beliefs, these are concepts, not reality. But you're holding on to that. And what you're keeping out is everything, right? This everything. This Ten of Cups is literally everything. Shared joy, shared happiness. And so the way that you shift your perspective will allow you to shift your reality, right? Shifting your perspective will allow you to shift your reality, right? The Hanged Man offers you a change in perspective, and that change in perspective changes everything because it allows the wheel to turn. It allows your reality to move forward. It allows you to integrate the fact that, oh, this perhaps was my reality, and now this is what is my reality, right? So I think you have a challenge in your urgent message. Yeah. Okay, so what I would like to do is to grab, I want a clarifier, and the clarifier that I want is okay, fine. I was going to say on the Ten of Cups, So you have the Ten of Cups clarifying the Ten of Cups. So it's literally, this is available to you, right? You have all of that emotional happiness waiting for you. And here you stand, right? You have two doubles, right? You got the Five of Wands twice, the Ten of Cups twice. So the way that you're putting your energy into your blockages is absolutely keeping you from your joy. Here is your message, though. You can recreate. You can recreate this. Absolutely you can. All you have to do, right? She says, haha, that's a big statement for a challenging concept. The requirement is that you call yourself on your own nonsense, right? And you really work through the fact that you calling a thing a limitation is the limitation, right? And you calling a thing an illusion creates it anew as an illusion, and it releases it, right? The way that we hold on to that belief is the way that we hold on to that belief, and it structures and creates our reality. We can either create our reality based on what we desire or what we think. Creating your reality on what you think is a really dangerous thing, because it allows for all of the nonsense, all of the bullshit to get through and to become your reality. And sometimes, if you're a person who has a lot of fear to work through, has a lot of posturing or beliefs to work through, then what happens is, in the meantime, you're creating your reality based on those fears, based on those things that you don't want, because you haven't learned yet how to create your reality based on what you do want, right? So it's okay. It's okay if right this minute your reality feels challenging and scary, and it feels like it's just full. Everywhere you turn, there's a block. This is your changing point, right? This is your pivot right here. The key is your limitation is your belief, and your belief can be changed. This is your invitation. Let go of your old beliefs. They are not creating the reality you want. So what you can control 100% of the time is yourself. And so the way that you shift your perspective will absolutely change your reality, right? I'm going to say, perhaps pile number 3, my rabbits, that you don't know how to do that. And if you don't know how to do that, find facilitation. Reach out. Someone is available to help you. Someone can walk you through it. Someone can hold your hand while this challenging time moves away, and this brilliant, satisfying, contented situation forms around you, right? You can get help while you integrate. You can. Please do that. But your urgent message, my pile number 3s, is that it's okay. Change is coming. All you have to do is say, oh, it can change? Okay. I didn't know that, but I do now, right? I do now. That's all you have to say, little bunnies. Yes. Yeah, that's your message. That's your message, pile number 3. Ground yourself, right? Ground yourself. You can learn. You can learn how to do that. Hit like, hit subscribe, come back, see me. Let me know how this goes. And until then, take care. Unless you're going back to pile number 2, which I do recommend, or moving with me to pile number 4. Take care. Hey, my pile number 4s, you frogs, you. Let's see what you got going on. So let's start here, right? This frog. Of course, this is water, and I love how we have 4 different elements today. So frogs being water, right? Frogs are always supported in the water. They're born in water. They live in water, right? And so the concept of the frog is this amphibious, can thrive anywhere sort of energy. But there's always this sense of home in the water, right? Yeah, there is. I like that. In tune with. Ooh, interesting. So we have Mars and the frog, right? So Mars is about the way that you choose your path. It's your drive and your power. So it's the way that you're choosing your trajectory, right? So this frog can choose to be in the water. This frog can choose to be on the land. The frog makes choices based on what the best option is in the moment, or what the greatest need is. So interesting, right? Okay, dedicated effort. So this correlates to the Eight of Pentacles. So this is how you do what you do and why. So how you make these choices based on what you know to be true, how you practice your craft, how you work together to create skill, or something new, right? Something structured. Mastery of this ease of transition in terms of choice. Bravery. All right. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision. And when you do, you will feel so much lighter. So it feels like there's something that you need to move on, that you have been putting off. Now, this strongly correlates to the dragon in pile number 1. So if that applies to you, you might check that one out as well. The fact here is there's only so much practicing we can do before we have to take the leap, as the case may be. So if you are in a position where you need to take the leap, it seems like your urgent message is that now is the time to do that. Let's see what else. So here's the thing. If you've been in that position, I feel like you've been putting the pieces in place to make that leap better. Four of Pentacles. Man, everybody's been getting the Four of Pentacles today. The Four of Pentacles is about holding back. Holding back because you're confused, because you believe that a thing is going to be challenging, because you believe that a thing is going to be a certain way, right? The universe is not just, asking you right now, but Five of Wands again, is pushing you to overcome your own limitations and reminding you that motion is your nature. Right? You're not here to be stagnant. Nothing in nature is stagnant, not even you. But we can put up those blocks, right? We can put up those blocks and just hold on, just dig in, say, nope, here I am. Let me just practice. Let me just practice. But there comes a time, King of Wands again, when, wow, these are all the same message today. Listen up. They are all the same message today. Woo! Okay. So here's the deal, my pile number 4 froggies. The fact of the matter is that you are, I'm going to say a thing and it might sound harsh, but it's true. If you are stuck, it is a situation of your own making. The bravery required to change is exactly the weight of one choice, right? It's the weight of a choice. And when you choose, everything moves. Everything moves. And if you block the choice, you block the choice, but you also block your joy. And you keep yourself in this situation of, oh, it'll be fine. No, I can't do that. Right? You create your own limitations based on what you think, based on the way you're holding back. In this case, I feel like you've just been practicing. So it might be that you replay this scene, this whatever it is, this taking action over and over in your head, over and over in your head, over and over in your head. And the fact of the matter is, you tell yourself the stories about it, but nothing about what you tell yourself necessarily will be, because the factors that are out there attached to this thing are independent of you, right? What will be, will be. Que sera, sera, right? You move and allow things to move along in their own space. You choose and allow the wheel to turn. You make the decision based on your heart, right? Based on what comes to you as that thing that will bring you joy, that thing that will bring you happiness. And then you put your energy behind it, or you put your energy into blocking it. Those are your choices. You move or you prevent yourself from moving. You do or you prevent yourself from doing. You go or you hold back. The energy is the same, my friends. Do not confuse yourself or bullshit yourself. The fact of the matter is, if you are moving the wheel, if you're allowing the wheel to turn, or if you're holding the wheel back, that resistance is your choice, right? That resistance is your choice. This Four of Pentacles says, oh, this is my comfort zone. This is my comfort zone. This is my comfort zone. But guess what? Rarely do I actually meet people whose comfort zone is comfortable, right? You have to make the choice, water or land, and you can have them both, but you have to make the choice to have them both, right? You have to be in your awareness to have them both. You have to dedicate yourself to the fact that you choose to have them both, but you can't sit in the water and wish you were on the land, or you can't sit on the land and think, boy, I'd like to jump in that puddle. You have to do, right? Action. You have wands. Action is required here. Action is required. Action. Right? You can't sit and think about it. I know you have been thinking about it, my little froggers, but you can't. Okay. I couldn't even get out. I want clarity on the Seven of Swords before we get the Magician. Okay, so listen. The Magician is about creating your reality. The Magician is that elemental card of abracadabra. The Magician is that, oh, look, there's this in my reality. How did I create that? And how can I create something different if I want to? Right? You've got magic wands everywhere. You got magic wands aplenty, right? It's about what you choose to do with them based on your beliefs, based on what you're holding back on, based on the way that you're refusing to let your experience be dynamic. Instead, you're just going to sit here and practice over and over in your head. Replay. No, life is not a rewind, right? Life is only moving forward. So the way that you're stuck on the rock in the pond, not really sure whether you want to be there, not really sure whether you want to jump in. Well, my friend, your urgent message is you have to pick, you have to choose, you have to move, right? This decision is right here. Your holdback is you, and everything is on the other side of the choice, right? The decision. Right, this Two of Swords. You're confused, you're waffly, you're wavery. No, put your energy behind one or the other. Doesn't matter which, but understand that what you're creating is your creation. And whether or not it feels like a limitation or a holdback or something absolutely brilliant and beautiful is up to you. It's up to you. Be brave, my little frogs, be brave. I feel like that's your message today, right? So here's the deal. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And again, you can listen to any of these other messages. I think they're all woven together today. So I wish you nothing but the best and good luck. Take care. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.